So I went ahead and picked up a Kong Studios Goku Black Super Saiyan 4. They were having a deal on these, so this is one of the Kongs that I wasn't able to grab before. This is Kong number 12. It's an older release, but still pretty interesting. This is what the box art looks like. Although he has pink fur on the box, this Kong figure actually has the red fur. So let's see what he looks like outside of the box. So the box art looks good. The boxes they come with are always pretty solid. So this is what he looks like. The packaging inside of the box. Again, this is a Kong Super Saiyan 4 Goku Black. The box is a pink fur, but this one has the red fur. So it comes with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 faces. And then inside of this bag, just multiple pairs of hands. So let's get him out of the box real quick. They always put tape on both sides. The top for this blade. And let's see. So looking at the figure really quick, he feels really good in hand. Pretty solid. Kong Studios always did a really good job with their Super Saiyan 4 figure releases. So we'll set him to the side for now, and then we'll see what his accessories look like if he can stand. Just stand like that. He looks all crooked, but that's okay. So the box to the side. And then their hands, like I said, multiple pairs of hands. They always put their hands in like little baggies like that. So let's see if we can organize these a little bit here. So I can see how many pairs of hands. So 1, here's 2. And we could go over these real quick after I organize them. 3, 4, and he has a lot. So 5 pairs of hands. So the hands he comes with, he's got the open palm hands, and it comes with his ring finger. The ring has really good detail there. It's just silver. Well, it's just a regular open palm hands. And he has like the karate style or karate posed hands. Again, the ring has really good detail there. And then he has these open palm hands. So these open palm hands actually have a hole. If you have the Super Saiyan 4 SH Figure Arts Goku, it comes with a key blast effect that you can insert the key blast onto this hand with. So this figure does not come with the key blast effect, but it does have these palms. That way you can interchange that key blast. Some more open palm hands. These are more open than the other ones. So I really like that ring detail. It looks really good. So more open palms. And then he has a pair of the instant transmission fingers. So really good details in these hands. And we'll go over the faces real quick. So here's the teeth gritting face. The earring looks really good. Can probably add like a little bit more paint in there, but the details look great. A lot of lines in the eyes. It definitely looks like a Super Saiyan 4 Goku or Goku Black, right? So here is the look into the side face. Pretty iconic. If you set him in a pose like that, like a generic pose looking to the side. So that detail looks great. Then we have a kind of like a looking down. I believe this is the same picture that's on the box. So he has like the instant transmission fingers up to his forehead. So just the details in the face, the lining look really good. And on to the next one here is a straight face. That looks good. And we have the yelling face. So I'm always a big fan of the yelling face, like the powering up face. So again, the earring looks good. Just missing like a little bit of piece of paint there, but that's okay. Unnoticeable when you put them on the shelf. So a lot of good paint detail inside of the mouth. That looks good. All right, so looking at the figure, like I said, he feels really solid. Before I picked this up, I was looking for a review of this version of him. I just found like a bunch of shorts, so I thought it'd be a good idea to review him. So I'm looking up closely. This is his smirking face. Great detail there. It looks like Super Saiyan 4 Goku, or in this case Goku Black, right? So the fur looks really good. We'll look at the comparison between the two. I do have the SH Figuarts right here next to me. So he's got the skirt, which is a soft plastic. This is also a soft plastic. And then he's got the black pants. And then he's got the white boots. And then his tail has, it moves around pretty well. So I'll go over articulation. He can look down that far. He looks up just that far. Look left and right. He's got a little bit of a head neck tilt. He's got the butterfly joints here. The butterfly joints are really good. They were always really good on Super Saiyan 4. So let's see how far he can reach towards his chest. Oh yeah, he can. Yeah, that's perfect. So he can actually cross his arms there. I was gonna say what just fell off. His hairpiece fell off. So you can't go without minor QC issues, but it's easy. Just plug that back in. If that falls off again, then I'll end up putting it back in again. So hopefully it stays for the rest of the review. So he's got the bicep swivel, nice and squeaky tight. He's got the double jointed elbows here. These wrist pegs feel really solid. So that's great. Sometimes you have a little bit of issue with the wrist pegs. So these ones feel good. Let's see the ab crunch. So he's got a little bit of ab crunch, not much. Honestly, he can't really move forward. I think this is hindering his belt there is hindering it. So he looks about that far back. Waist swivel is very good. And he can even move kind of side to side at the waist there. So moving on down to his legs. He can do the splits about that far. Again, this slit here is kind of hindering that. He cannot do the splits to the side. And he can barely do the splits to the front. But that's just because his skirt's in the way, but that's okay. He's got the double jointed knee. Really good. And he's got the ankle rockers. Those feel nice and tight. And he's got the toe hinge, which also feels good. His feet can go up and down that much. So far, so good. He does have the articulation here in his, I guess you call it like bang, back bang. So that part keeps falling off, but that's okay because this part is articulated also. It can swivel left and right, and then it goes up and down slightly. That one's kind of tight. So, and then the tail, my apologies. So the tail is also on a ball peg. It can go up and down, and it can go all around. So that feels tight. Just to get a look closely as to why this keeps falling off. So this is actually on a peg. So you can just insert it here. There's ways that you can fix this. I can just put a piece of plastic there to create like a little buffer, but it just seems like it's not. No, there you go. You hear the little click. So now it should not fall off again. So up and down, left and right, and then kind of close together to give it like a fuller look. So that's articulation. We could get a comparison between him and I have the demoniacal fit Goku Black here. I didn't get the SH Figuarts version. I started collecting late, so grabbing the SH Figuarts version is kind of pointless at this point because the demoniacal fit came out with the same exact one, and it's like $100 cheaper. So here's a height comparison between the two. Super Saiyan 4 was always, or at least thought to be bigger than the base form. So the skirts are different, colors are different, and things like that. But the pants are pretty much the same. This is kind of like a matte black. This is kind of like a flat black. And then the shoes or the boots, this one has shading, this one does not. And then the gray bottom, I think one of the biggest complaints about this figure was that the bottom was all white instead of with the gray paint at the bottom, but again, you can fix that yourself also. And then comparison between the Super Saiyan 4. So Kong Studios has always had their figures being taller. Like they're out of scale with SHF. That's probably like the only complaint that a lot of us collectors have. But other than that, the sculpt looks amazing. So the height comparison is just off. The fur, I would say that the fur on the Kong kind of looks more like Super Saiyan 4 in my opinion. So the SH Figuarts fur is kind of like softer, if you can tell. And then the faces pretty much look the same. The skin tone is darker on the SHF. So getting back into the Kong figure, looking up closely again, there's no shading in the chest. It's just kind of a skin tone plastic. There's no shading in the fur, just a red plastic. There's no shading in the gi, just a gray plastic. Obviously that's all black with no shading. And then there's no shading in the boots. So again, really good figure. We'll see what this peg looks like so I can start doing some face swaps here. So this is what the Kong Studios peg looks like. Their pegs are always a lot bigger. That's just their style. That's where the peg goes into. I kind of like it a little bit better and gives them more articulation. So we'll do a face swap and some hand swaps before I close out. This is what the peg looks like in the inside. And then this is how you take the face off. And then that's what those pegs looks like. I don't know why there's an extra hole right there, but that's okay. It's like a silent letter when you're pronouncing some words, I guess. But let's see, we could put them. We'll put this side face on him before I close out. Put that on like that. This goes on like that. Looks pretty good. He's gonna be looking to the side. And then we'll switch out his ring finger. So this is what the ball peg looks like in the inside. It's kind of thicker. Like I said, Kong Studios makes their pegs a little bit bigger. So where is the instant transmission finger? That's what the peg looks like. Plug that in like that. That feels nice and sturdy. And we'll get him to point up if we can. He's kind of like looking to the side here. So let's see. Let me get him in a good pose before I close out. Will he reach his forehead? There you go. Kind of like that. And then kind of have this like in a, I want him to look like he is actually posing like that. Put this tail on the other side. So like that. So there you have it. This is the Kong Studios. Again, it's a Kong 12. And this is the Super Saiyan 4 Goku Black with the red fur. If you think this video was helpful, go ahead and hit that like button. If you want to keep an eye out for my videos to come, go ahead and subscribe. And until then, thank you for watching.